Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy, where we are continuing to evaluate documents in the matter styled as Idaho versus Kohberger. Would like to direct your attention to a series of documents of various dates that were published on the public docket by the Clerk of Court on March 27th, 2023. One is an order that was signed March 3rd, 2023. The second is an order that was signed on March 24th, 2023. So it took the courts 3 days and 3 weeks to notify the public of the entry of these two orders. What is the first order? The order of March 3rd, 2023 is an order to release property. It states here that all items of property and or evidence from 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho, currently in possession of the parties. State's evidence property is attached as Exhibit A. Defense evidence / property is attached as Exhibit B. Neither of these exhibits are published with this order, so we don't know what was in the possession of the state versus defense, being listed as personal property versus evidence in the case. The court then states that this evidence / property shall continue to remain in the respective parties' possession with the exception of the following. Remaining personal property of Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kaylee Goncalves, BF name redacted, and DM name redacted. So these are the 4 victims of the heinous crimes and the 2 surviving roommates. We have no notice of what was being returned as deemed personal property because there is a big redacted stamp here. Behind this order is a stipulation, and this is the stipulation between the state and the defense, apparently where they've come to some agreement between the two of them of what the personal property is versus evidence that should still remain in the possession of the parties pending trial. The second item is an order of March 24th, 2023. We find out here that there was a hearing on Zoom, which the public had no notice of, on March 14th, 2023, because there's no notice of hearing. There is a notation here that the court made findings of fact based on arguments and other matters. There is no publication of what these findings of fact are in any form, redacted or otherwise, so that remains out of the public realm. And that the court then ruled as follows. After due consideration and with good cause appearing, it is hereby ordered that the record herein shall be disclosed except for the following: Exhibits A and B, attached to the stipulation to release property or sealed, so that remains out of the public domain. The stipulation to release property in order to release property be redacted, and this order will remain in effect until further order of the court. It is now the 16th of June, 2024. There has been no further order of the court notifying the public what property was released to the families of the 4 victims and the 2 surviving roommates, and what evidence is being held by both sides. You can take a look at this series of items published March 27th, 2023. If you follow the link that I publish in all of the episodes to this series. I thank you for joining us here today at the Indie Zone, and I hope that you will join us again in future.